So, something I'm often asked by readers, by fans, everybody, is why I write. And my answer is really simple. It's just to get the story out of my head. It's really like some inner compulsion. You just have to get tapping on the keyboard. Now, what do I write? Well, my books are thrillers, adventure stories, if you like, with a strong female lead. They're meant to entertain, not particularly to push a strong message, but if people see one in there, then I hope it adds to their enjoyment of the story. Now, how did I become an author? Well, almost by accident. I've written during a lot of my professional life, reports and translations and editing, and I was the editor of a magazine, and I'd been with words since I first wrote my little playlet at age 7, but I'd never even thought about tackling a novel. I went to the cinema with my husband one evening and we were watching a terrible film, and I whispered to him, "I could do better than that." So he turned round to me and whispered back, "Why don't you?" And 90 days later, the very first rough draft of Inceptio was finished. Now, I love playing with words, so it was an exciting, thrilling new venture for me. Now, something else I get asked, which always makes me laugh a little, people ask, is my heroine me? No, of course not. But there are very few writers who don't draw on something in their past. And that's probably all I'm going to say. Now, another thing I often get asked is what my writing routine is, how many words I do a day and the rest of it. Well, succinctly put, it's chaotic. But I do try to do a minimum of 500 and get to 1,000 if I can. If I'm caught in a particular scene, then I just carry on, and I sort of get up from my desk feeling really stiff and needing, a cup of tea, and I find I've done 2,500. So, as I say, chaotic. And another thing I love answering, how do I react to people's comments on my books? I love them because there's always something you can learn. Okay, we all like 5-star reviews, etc. But even if people have brought a particular point out, you can always learn from it. One guy wanted more food information. He left a lovely review, but could I put some more food in? He confessed to being a chef. So that's a good point. My characters do eat their meals, and I do make them have meals, go to sleep, use the loo and so on. They are people after all. But I'm now a little bit more aware about food. And something I've learned sort of over the past 4 years of novel writing, that the writer has a great responsibility to the reader, to provide them with entertaining stories, cracking tales, if you like, really exciting read, because why otherwise should they shell out their hard-earned tax money? So, what's for next for me? I've completed 3 books, Inceptio, Perfiditas, Successio, and book 4, which is going to be called Aurelia, has just started off on its editorial journey, and it's scheduled to be out in May 2015. Well, thanks very much for listening. I better get back to the writing.